Hello friends, the moment of truth is almost here. We're almost ready to put this tree in the ground after all of this yabber jabber. Before we do that, just a couple little things. Sometimes you'll get a tree that's been chipped to you and there'll be some broken roots or maybe like a little bit of broken stem. This is pretty normal, just part of like the boxing and handling process. Trees are really resilient. A broken root does not mean it's a problem. Really just take some clippers and make a clean cut through a broken root. So you might see it snapped. Just cut back behind its broken point and make a clean cut. That'll help it heal more quickly. Same thing with some of the branches. If you see that there's a branch that's snapped, just snip it closer to the plant right here and just remove it because it'll grow new branches. These are all going to grow branches. So we have our wonderful tree, gorgeous roots, and we're going to be mindful again about not planting it too deep. But we're also going to be mindful about making sure that the roots are spread and that they're not twisted up. Sometimes, whether in chipping or digging, a tree's roots can kind of get scrambled amongst each other. Spread it out a little bit. That helps ensure that the stability is kind of evenly distributed in the hole. So I've got my tree, I've got my hole, I've got my stake, and a pile of dirt. Here we are. We're about to put some dirt in the hole. Don't stop me. So, you can use your shovel. You can use your hand. I'm going to start this process with my hand. I'm also going to get in here with the shovel. Start raking this good loam back into the hole. Moving it to the other side. Being mindful not to bury those roots too deep. Making sure the soil doesn't get above the stem. And you can see this tree is standing up on its own pretty good. You can also, if your tree is floppy and there's only you can use the wonderful tree attachment bands before you actually finish planting the tree, just to make sure it stands upright. Get back in that hole, earthworm. Okay, I've got my dirt in the hole. Spreading it out, making it even. Making sure I didn't plant this too deep. There's my root zone. Excellent. Now, this soil is fairly heavy, and I'm not going to be doing a lot of squishing of it to kind of like compact it, just because it's so wet right now. But if you had some sandy soil that was kind of light, you might want to do a little bit of tamping, get some of the air out of there. As it rains, this soil will settle. So you'll see over the course of weeks, there'll be a little more of a depression here, which is okay, because really what you want here is a slight bowl for most of us when our soil is not too heavy and clayey and in a wet area. This will help water be held by those rains. So if this starts to sink a little bit, don't worry about it. We're also going to be applying some compost and some bark mulch. So that'll also top this out just a bit. So there you go. We planted a tree.